In all total, Cannibal Corpse has been to 52 countries in our career.
I don't ever sit back and think about it like that, but if I really did, it's like, wow, man, we have done a lot.
It's kind of cool. Music brings you to these places.
This is what we wanted to do since we were little.
My only goal when I was a kid was to be in a band. That's all I wanted, and nothing was going to stop me.
I wasn't really sure what I had going on in my head. I just knew that I wanted to play music, and I didn't really realize how big this world is, you know?
I would have never thought I would have seen any of the things I've seen in my lifetime. I just never thought of that.
We are lucky to be here. We bust our ass to get here. We bust our ass playing the shows. The people give us everything back, but it's a two-way street. They give to us, we give to them.
We love to travel. We love to meet new fans and play for people that don't always get to see bands all the time.
It is crazy to think of all the things we've seen throughout our whole touring career, and then what we've seen in just, say, one touring cycle.
It's like a badge of honor. Here's where we were. Here's when we had to leave the hotel. Here's when we had to go to the gig. Here's how much sleep we got. That would give people a lot more perspective on how fucking tough this can be.
We've been touring for Evisceration for almost 2 years. It came out in February of '09. We played all over the world.
I can't even begin to think of how many places. I don't even know.
That's a question for Alex. He keeps like total track of that stuff.
You know, I sat down and wrote out every country that we played for Evisceration Plague in 2009 to 2010, and it wound up being a total of 40 countries, spanning 5 continents. We didn't get to Africa or Antarctica, but we got to every other continent.
We played some places we never played before.
You would think we wouldn't have any firsts at this point in our career, but we do have firsts, and there's probably a lot more to come.
Israel for the first time, Turkey.
Malta, we've never been there. You know, we played in Ukraine, which was awesome.
We tried to play there before, but ran into some very serious border problems between the Belarus-Ukraine border. But we finally got to play Ukraine at the Metalheads Mission Festival, and that was amazing. We got to go swim in the Black Sea. Amazing.
You'll never forget, I think, you know, those firsts, especially when they come in the, you know, later in our career like they did.
We did a lot of opening tours, which we barely ever done, which mostly been headlining for us.
I think it's more fun than a way to play support, because you don't have to play as long of a set and there's like less pressure.
I think we saw a lot of people that we never would have seen had we just went out by ourselves.
The first tour that we did was with Children of Bodom. That was the first tour for the album, and we've just been going since.
Then we did another tour opening for Hatebreed on their Decimation of the Nation tour.
We did the Mayhem Festival,
which was a big tour throughout the U.S., and that was with Marilyn Manson, Slayer, Killswitch Engage, a whole bunch of bands.
And we did a tour with Faceless and Obscura Neuraxis, and we did a tour with Dying Fetus and Vital Remains and Devourment.
I would like to count up and see how many shows we played in America. It had to be a lot over the past 2 years.
I think we did at least 4 runs of the United States.
We did a nice long headlining tour with 1349, Skeleton Witch, and Lecherous Nocturne.
In case you didn't know, you're all being filmed tonight for a live DVD.
Trying to choose cities for the live DVD, we wanted to find places where, of course, we have a good following, where the crowds are known to be rowdy.
We chose Albuquerque and we chose Denver.
That's always good for me, you know, being a Broncos fan.
Go Broncos!
Both cities, they've definitely been good places for us in the past since we started touring. Albuquerque was insane the first time. When I played there back in '92, I remember seeing chunks of hair all over on the floor, like big pieces of ponytails with headbands connected to them still. They're just really a rowdy kind of crowd there in Albuquerque.
All right, that's fucking rowdy as hell. That's what we want.
Sick bands. Albuquerque fucking rules.
Same with Denver. It's always just a great vibe, rowdy crowd, full of energy. Always love playing there. It's one of those places, both of them, as a matter of fact, that they're not quiet in between songs. They're still raising hell even in between songs. Like certain places, they kind of take a break while you're taking a break, but they just keep it going.
Thank you, you guys are fucking awesome.
We played a lot of festivals. We played a lot of huge shows in front of 10,000 people, 30,000 people, you know, and then we played some regular club shows in front of 300 people. And, I mean, they're all great in their own way, but I really believe that the club shows and the smaller shows, the places where you're playing in front of the fans, right in front of your face, are the more intense shows. I mean, that's where death metal started.
I think all of us in this band feel more comfortable playing the smaller shows.
Club shows are honestly where Cannibal Corpse feels the most at home.
Everybody's right there. They're not 10 foot away from you. You can hear what everyone's saying, good or bad.
I want what? Yeah. Trying to be evil up here, man. Stop it.
Yes, we will play what we want. Nobody tells us what to do.
95% of our shows or more throughout our career have been club shows. That's the kind of band we really are.
Playing these intimate shows are what it's all about, and that's what death metal is.
headlining set, we want every album to be represented, and the main reason for that is that we have fans of each album, first of all, and then second, we worked hard on each of those albums. There's none of them that we think suck and want to sweep under the table.
We have 11 full lengths out, you know, so we figure if we do at least one song, that still gives us 7 or 8 more that are going to be in the set.
You want to do more than one song from your new album.
And then you put the rest of the songs that you think are classics. And then you put a couple of obscure songs in that you haven't played in a while, or just maybe a little less well-known than, you know, like Cryptic Stench. People like it. They respond when I say it.
The Cryptic Stench.
We're going to play 18, 19, 20 songs on a headlining show, and then when we're done, we'll go talk to fans, and they're going to go, oh man, you didn't play this, you didn't play that, you didn't play this, you didn't play that.
We knew on this tour that we were hitting some places that we've been to 3 times. For the 3rd time, we have to add some different songs into this set. It's just too much to keep going out there and playing more or less the same set every time.
Doesn't matter what album it's from, doesn't matter how far into the album it is, doesn't matter if it's a fucking single, it's always going to be good because it's all good.
Perverse Suffering, Covered with Swords.
You hear people yelling for all kinds of songs.
It's not the time to kill. Not right now. It's not that time either. Somebody here will get it right if you keep yelling song titles. Eventually, you'll be a winner. Ding, 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 ding.
We're doing 2 different sets, but they just have 3 different songs in them. We go tomorrow, there's a few different songs in the set.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then tonight. Not a lot, but it's like 3.
There's going to be the staples that the fans are going to want to hear. We understand that.
We're never going to get rid of Hammer Smash Face.
Hammer, Smashed Face, and Stripped, Raped, and Strangled are arguably our 2 most popular songs.
Hammer, smash, face! She was so beautiful, I hope to kill her!
We took out a few songs that we had in the set list for a while. Fucked with Knife, I Come Blood. They're gone, you know, for a while, you know, never permanently.
We always try to bring back a couple of old songs, switch them out with other old songs that we've been playing for a while.
We added in Scattered Remains, Splattered Brains from the first album.
Yeah, bringing back Scattered Remains, Splattered Brains was a cool thing.
I don't think we played that since maybe 1992 or even 91. That was one of the first ones we dropped.
And Pat's never played it. George never even played that song.
Rob Barrett hadn't even played it, and he joined the band in 93. So that's how long that song has been out of the list.
And I think that's something a little special for the fans too, you know, not just bringing a song back that might have been in the set, you know, a couple of years ago, but bringing back a song that, you know, probably majority of the fans never seen live or anything.
That was pretty exciting for me because I always loved the song.
Rob was like, man, I love this. You know, he really enjoyed playing Scattered, you know, especially actually the last riff, he's like, that's my new favorite riff right now.
That's more of a classic song, classic Cannibal Corpse song. It's more fun to play, in a way, because you're not dealing with a bunch of notes and a bunch of technical stuff.
Having it sitting right next to other songs that are brand new, it's cool. I mean, you can hear that there has been a progression in our band.
This is from the first Cannibal Corpse album. As a matter of fact, it's the first song Cannibal Corpse ever played live. So all you old school fuckers out there, you're gonna know what it is. And if you don't, shame on you. You should be castrated or have your tits chopped off. Scudder Rivers, Scudder Rivers. everybody on the outside standing around, make them slam in the pit. Make them suffer.
Getting ready to embark on a pretty crazy European tour.
18 days, 11 shows in... That's not 18 days. That's what I'm charging them for.
Distances are too far between show to show to do tour bus.
At least 8 countries, 9 countries. Must be 10 countries, yes.
I'm pretty much playing connect the dots across Europe through airports. So it's going to be a little hectic, a little challenging.
We have 7 days off, technically, in this whole run of 18 days.
So a lot of these are literally fly in the morning, go to the hotel for an hour so you can drop your bags off and take a shower, go right to the venue and play, come back, maybe sleep for 2 hours, and do a 4 a.m. lobby call to get on a 7 o'clock flight.
It's going to be a lot.
I might die.
This might be the hardest one we've done as far as sleep deprivation.
Sleep's not really written in.
You know, it is what it is. You know, we'll do it. We'll get through it. Poet didn't know it.
I guess we'll just be kept alive by the adrenaline, knowing we're playing some really cool places and cool festivals, and being in some places we've never played before.
We're about to play Istanbul, Tel Aviv, and Malta for the first time.
So those 3 in particular that we've never done before will be very, very cool and interesting just for that reason alone.
I'm looking forward to the shows, but the part of it just being tired, it will catch up.
I think we can pull it off. We're going to have to.
We got on the plane with high expectations in Tampa.
We were supposed to leave at 2:15, right? We left at 2:40. So by the time we got out of Tampa, it was about 3 o'clock, and we were supposed to get in Philadelphia, I think, around 5 or so, and our connection was at 6:15 out of Philly to Brussels.
There was a tornado in Philadelphia, from what we heard at the airport. A tornado actually touched down at the airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, for anybody that was sleeping, we have diverted to Baltimore to refuel.
Yeah, welcome to Traveling with Cannibal Corpse. This happens to us all the time. I mean, all the time. Flights delayed, missed flights, tornadoes, hurricanes, whatever, you name it.
We did not leave Baltimore till, say, about 10 o'clock.
Day one, yeah. This flight will be just as long as the flight to Europe.
So we sat in the Baltimore airport for a few hours.
It's Cannibal Corpse versus Mother Nature.
Fight the tornado, George.
Tornado, you want to fucking ruin our flight? I'll kill your mother and fucking nail her head back to your dad. You fucking tornado. I'm going to fight Mother Nature. I'm going to go to where Mother Nature lives and kick the shit out of her. I'll punch her right in the tits. Just throwing tornadoes and volcanoes at me. I'm just kicking her ass.
That salad pissed you off once. That salad pissed you off. The salad won, dude.
Man,
He lost a fight with the salad. That salad beat you up, dude. I was there. I witnessed it.
We were getting out of Baltimore way past the time that our flight from Philadelphia to Belgium had left.
Finally made it into Philadelphia at around 11.
All of our bags went to Belgium, and we were stuck without any clothes.
We had to get in a taxi, drive a good 20 miles to Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and now we sit in this lovely bar in Bensalem, Pennsylvania.
First day of the European tour is over in Philly.
Are we actually going to Brussels? I don't know. We'll find out. You know, we could end up in like Seattle or something.
Like, we're going to be finishing up a good 11 to 12 hour journey and then getting right on stage.
Hey, we're going, walking upstairs in Manchester. Here we go. Hello, Manchester.
Where's the gates? Where's our gate? Here we go. What gate do we have?
Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. Your captain speaking. It's my pleasure to welcome you on board this Brussels and I-5 West Brussels.
We're here. It's about 1 o'clock now. We go on stage at 4, and it's about an hour and a half drive.
First day was stressful.
We barely just got our shit up there. You saw we were all having to check our own shit because this is Patty's first day with us, so we hadn't even showed him our stuff.
First day working for Cannibal. At the festival, you arrived right in time.
I played for the first 4 songs with my watch on. That's how quick we went into it. I'm like, okay, ready. I didn't even notice it until I'm like, I'm wearing my freaking watch. I never wear my watch. It's a ritual. I take it off before we start.
That's not really how you want to start, getting off of a plane after traveling and not really getting that great of sleep or anything, and then going right on stage in front of 15,000 people or so, which is about how many people were in the Grass Pop tent. A lot of pressure for everybody, but it came through. Fuck yeah.
I mean, if we can do a show like this with no sleep and running, and just imagine what we can do when we have sleep and time to get our gear in order.
Where are you guys off to next?
Italy, Torino.
Oh, you guys doing the gods? Yeah, we just did that yesterday.
Yeah?
It was good, man. Killer.
There was
Killer crowd.
What's on the route flight time today? 1 hour and 25 minutes. Weather on the route is quite nice. The weather in Milano at the moment, the temperature of 20 degrees Celsius.
We just landed in Milan, and I think we're driving to Torino. We got like a 2-hour drive, so it's kind of cool. Get to see some Italian countryside. That's our first time doing a summer festival in Italy. We've done some like festival tours that went through Italy, and we've always had a really good time, but we never did a big festival like this.
The longer we've stayed together as a band, we're starting to merge with a lot of other different kinds of bands.
Did you get Udo on tape? Right there behind you. Udo.
Sharing the same stage with different kinds of bands that never thought we would.
We're the only death metal band on this day, really, you know, so it's kind of a lot of classic metal going on.
We were kind of the odd band out, for sure.
Go watch Saxon.
Udo and Saxon and Motorhead, come on, that's like all classic stuff that we were all listening to when we were in junior high.
Well, these are the guys we, you know, grew up worshiping, and here we are sharing the same stage with them. It's incredible.
We feel honored to be up there with people that we look up to so much and have enjoyed their music for decades.
Yeah, it's always killer to see those bands, and they're still going, so that gives me hope. You know what I mean?
From Italy, dall'Italia. Ciao.
Leaving for Malta.
Flight time will be 1 hour 45 minutes with good weather en route. The weather in Malta is fine and a temperature expected in the region of around 27 degrees Celsius. Thank you.
We're in Malta, wherever this is.
They filmed Popeye in Malta. I don't know how many different towns there are. When we were landing, there was water on both sides.
They play a prison.
Yeah, it's an old English military prison. I guess they used to have a base there.
There's a transport out front for all the gear and the crew, and the band has a limo waiting for you guys.
Yeah. Someday the crew will get a limo.
Don't ever listen to what
The
this
band
guy
will
says.
walk.
Malta, ancient historic island that you don't really hear a lot about. It's absolutely pristine, beautiful, very North African style architecture and kind of vibe to it.
It's like a desert island. You know, it's tropical and desert.
A little bit of an Arizona vibe.
Yeah, it's a lot more like Arizona, but with water, you know, because it's an island. Holy crap, that is awesome.
This would be a place to stay for a couple of days for sure.
Yeah, it's got vacation written all over it.
Where's the Maltese fountain?
We're just hanging out in a tree over here.
Just fly down and peck you in the head.
They are actually the first band playing in this prison.
Yeah! Malta. Beautiful.
We're really happy to have you here in Malta.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. It's so beautiful. And I never thought I'd ever get to come here, let alone play here.
Yep.
You know, so very exciting.
Maybe later we could explore or something.
The prison was used exactly for 100 years, from 1866 up to 1966. This would be a typical cell.
Wow.
For mid-Victorian prison, it was quite cozy, quite comfortable.
Yeah.
What's that?
This thing was shifted. You got a little
future dinner,
or I don't know, or it was just like ventilation.
In all 180 cells, 60 cells in each wing. As you can see, very confined space.
We got to go in.
Gotta go in before they are board-martialed.
Wow.
Then what?
All you have to do is swap back.
That's what you would do. You would do your pacing. Just walking. It's kind of ironic. I'm reading Papillon right now, so I had to come into the solitary part.
The prisoners here, for most of the time, it was military guys, right?
The prisoners were from the Army and from the Navy.
Okay, so
and then eventually the Air Force. They also the British Air Force.
Okay, so it would be British military guys that broke the law somehow.
Yeah. Stealing or
whatever.
Insubordination,
treason.
To be playing in the yard of a prison was something we never really did, so that's another thing to check off there.
There's some fucking kids in the front row with some signs giving me some shit about the Horde and the Alliance Warcraft stuff, you know. Right there. That's all you need to know for the Horde.
That's the weakest sign I've ever seen in all the years of touring. The weakest sign ever.
This is a prison.
He's going to jail.
That's the big thing I remember. That's kind of pathetic. Actually, I remember we were walking on the rocks and stuff. It reminds me of Ocean City just a little bit. I mean, it's obviously doesn't have Ocean City doesn't have all the rocks and things, but like that, like spot right there with all the hotels. This place in Maryland is where I'm from. It's like a beach resort area. They have this long boardwalk. It's probably blocks, over 100 blocks at least. Checking out the ocean and then kicking the soccer ball pad. I almost beat Patty at that.
Do it again.
American almost kicked a soccer ball harder than a German. Come on.
Man, if I would have hit 700, that would have been awesome.
Pre-soul Sodom.
After Malta, we had a day off to get up to Moscow. By the time we got there, it was quite late at night.
We're in Moscow, Russia. It's midnight.
First time we were here 17 years ago.
And how often? After that?
1993, 2004, 2007, 2010, this time here. So obviously it's gotten a little easier to get over here.
And the easy border crossing there, or whatever the hell.
That was the easiest ever. I can now say truthfully that it is harder to get back into the United States than it is to get into Russia. Red Square is one of the coolest places in the world to see, really.
We're on Red Square, thanks to Cannibal.
Just the crew went down to Red Square, and you, so there'll be cool-looking shots.
They're missing out. It's a beautiful day. It's fucking amazing. It's incredible. only seen it on TV, full of tanks on May Day. Fucking mind-blowing. I dig it.
A little bummed that we didn't make the effort to go, but it would have been too tight of a squeeze. We kind of knew that if we went there, we weren't guaranteed to be able to get back on time because we weren't going to be able to go guided. So we were going to kind of have to figure out the metro ourselves.
1, 2, 3, go. Green. Yeah, that's the one. I think we're wrong. That's so wrong. That's red now.
The other station, that's why.
Yeah. Let's go and walk to the other station. There must be at least another entrance. I just don't know how to get to the other one. Let us think. We came out of the first one, then we went down or up? Let's go back. Almost killed me.
I was there in '93 when we first went there, so I already checked that one off.
It's cool to say you were there, you played there, you've seen some things, I mean, more so than a lot of people can say. You'd always love to have more time wherever you go, but we know going into it that we're not going to be able to, you know, see a lot of things.
We get screwed on the timing with everything.
I think we got to leave, don't we?
3:30 for the band in the lobby.
We're leaving in about 20 minutes, so be ready.
Here,
yes.
You heard me. 6:30 in the lobby, bitches.
I'd love to have a day off after each of these shows just to check stuff out before we went to the next place. But that's just not the way it works.
Just go out. If you can see some cool stuff, fine. If you can't, you know, that's just the way it goes.
I'm not really much of a tourist, honestly. I mean, I kind of got that out of my system when I was younger. Like when we first started touring, I was always going and checking stuff out with my camera and taking pictures, and it was cool for a while, but now I'm just pretty much there to play.
The main thing is that we had an amazing show in Moscow.
We are backstage in Moscow. Let's go look at the stage and see what the fans are up to. Follow me. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Chanting tonight in Moscow, like just the crowd noise was some of the loudest we've heard all year. I mean, it's probably the loudest we had since like the show in Santiago de Chile, you know, or Mexico City. The Moscow show is one of the top 5 shows of this whole tour for us. Like not just this little tour we're doing, I mean, but like the whole 2 years of doing Evisceration Plague Tour, and it's a fucking killer show. You know, we're so happy with the crowd. And they were loud between absolutely every song. We played 20 songs tonight, and anytime we took a break, it was loud from the whole time. People were chanting or yelling. And fucking amazing. Loved it.
It's the best one so far, I think. It's good sound on stage, and the crowd was awesome.
Get ready to get on the night train.
Night train, it's coming like a freight train.
We wanted to complete the trifecta of planes, trains, and automobiles.
And I don't really like flying domestically in Russia. It's kind of weird, especially after those terrorists blew up 2 planes at one time.
Worst flight in the entire world I've ever been on was from Moscow to St. Petersburg. It sucked. It was the worst. Absolute worst.
So here we are on the train. We're ready to depart to St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, the original, not the one over the bridge from Tampa.
This train is probably, what do you think, about 92 degrees in here?
Yeah, it's very hot, probably hotter. little stuffy, a little still, but once we get rolling, hopefully it'll be all right. But
we just moved some gear, so we're a little, you know,
when you move it, all that
got a little
stuff,
sweat kicking.
Yeah, we should be all right. But either way, it's still a little warm, but it'll be an adventure, different than the planes, since we're on planes every day.
We get to lie down. You get to lie
we get
down
to sleep, and we can actually get 6-7 hours of sleep if we, you know.
If we really play our cards right.
If it's not so hot, and
if it's hot like this, we ain't
and we don't
sleeping
get robbed, and we're not fighting bandits along the way.
Party raging in here. Look at you guys.
Who's got the fucking beers? Where's the beer room? Where's the beer room? Where's the beer box?
Peach room.
Go get it. That's a bar.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
yeah. It's just how you say it.
Ooh, that feels nice.
How you say I say, you say
know,
me.
Yes, I know. It did sound quite dicked out.
It was.
I was a
Go
little
get
more
it.
demanding than asking.
Oh, check this out. Look. Yes, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it hurts.
It hurts to laugh now.
Oh, God, it hurts, yeah. Oh, it hurts.
What makes this even funnier is this guy's expression.
See what I started?
Trouble.
Oh, my God, it hurts.
Lots of free time.
We are bored, aren't we?
I made another form of art.
Oh, yeah?
This is pop art. Right there behind Rob.
Looks like a keypad on a gun safe. You see that?
Oh, I tell you what, you gotta flip it. You gotta frisbee it. Maybe it's getting limp from the carpet. Just gotta get it just right. It took me about 3 times to get that right.
Yeah.
Slap it on. Ooh. Oh, it's a hanger.
Mine.
Yeah. I got cheese on my fingers. I gotta go to the damn bathroom.
If we have a little bit of time and everybody's well rested, it is worth going and roaming around St. Petersburg. It's not like Moscow. It doesn't have something quite like Red Square, but it's got its own thing going on, and it's an amazing city. Bunch of great buildings in St. Petersburg.
Storm passed
6
through.
inches of water on the ground right now.
Like a total flood.
Okay, serious hail going on right now. It's not scalding either. It's hailing here in St. Petersburg. I don't know if that happens very often or not, but man, it's coming down. Istanbul. We're exhausted. We've been traveling all day. We're going to get a couple hours of sleep, finally, before we play the show. See you in a few hours.
Awesome. Only 2 hours of sleep.
Definitely like to spend some time here, more time than we were able to spend. It's cool, but it kind of sucks because we fly in and 2 hours, we got to leave, go to the festival, then come back, and we're here for an hour, then we got to fly out. So, I mean, it's cool being here to see it for what it is, but there's really not much time to really do much. About a half hour, maybe 20 minutes, get something to eat or whatever, and head up to the room, get my stuff, and head to the festival. Hi.
Hi.
What are these?
Saz.
Saz.
Saz. Turkish instrument.
Check out this one with the pickups in it. Looks like it's got like a Bill Lawrence pickup or a DiMarzio in there. Thank you for playing that. It's awesome. I like the sound of that. Sounds cool.
We're in Istanbul, ready to play for the Turkish fans and people alike, Iraqis, Iranians. A lot of people here that's never seen us. It's going to be great. Let's go look at the front of the crowd real quick before we go in. Come with me.
All right, there we go. We got some crowd footage. There's Raj.
Hottest crowd.
You guys good?
First show in Turkey at the Unirock Festival here in Istanbul, and it was fucking awesome.
I had a truckload of balls raining down on me today. That's how ballsy it sounded on stage for me. For those guys, not so much balls. A lot of balls on me today.
We don't like
not that I want balls on me, but the truckloads of balls it was balls.
The only thing that sucks about it is that we're only here for 12 hours total. We got in the afternoon, around 2, and now it's a little bit after 2, and it's time to head to the airport.
And we play with full force tomorrow in Leipzig. And we'll see what happens, but it should be an interesting night. Sleeping on the airplane, sleeping on the van, in the van, on the van, under the van, in the hotel, on the grass, on the stage.
Yeah, I feel pretty tired. I feel like I need to sleep.
I need to go to bed.
I'm not tired. I'm exhausted. I think this time I finally lost it.
Are you exhausted or exalted?
I could have slept more, but that's what the plane's for, right?
That's what these fly gigs are all about, man. You see a space big enough to lie down, you lie down.
You just find a spot and hole up there, you know. I've been known to just ball up somewhere in a corner somewhere. I don't care. If I need rest, I'll get it where I have to.
Just open the door and look at Alex. Easy. I thought Alex was dead for a second. Walk into the door, see him sprawled over. What, somebody shoot him and, fell forward?
Played full force last night, and that was in, I'd say, the early evening, probably about 7:50. They had pushed us back a little bit because Germany was playing Argentina in the World Cup, so everybody there wanted to watch it. It was a festival in Germany. So the schedule got pushed back a little. We got back to our hotel maybe around 10 or 11, something like that.
Lobby call was 2 a.m. I got about an hour and a half sleep. I don't think anybody else did.
I'm too tired. I can't sleep. I'm just laying here like...
Get in a van, drive 2 hours to Berlin.
We are waiting for our flight to go to Helsinki, yes, at 4:30 in the morning right now. Fun.
I've seen the sunrise in just about every airport in Europe, again, and again, and again, and again, and then again.
And then you wait in lines, long lines, and you got to go through customs, immigration, and all that bullshit.
2 hours,
2 hours we've been here.
We're always the first in line, but yet we're the last to go through. And we rush to the gate, and we barely make it. And everybody's in disarray, and fists are flying, people are screaming, babies are hungry. It's crazy.
I'm sick of waiting in the airport. I want to get on the plane.
Hopefully we board very soon because we're sick of airports. We want to be out of them.
I feel like I was born in an airport.
Get us out of the airports. Thank you.
Fly to Munich, wait there for like an hour, and then fly to Helsinki. So by that point, we had left the hotel at 2 in the morning, and we were arriving at our next hotel at like 1:30 in the afternoon, the day of the show. In the meantime, all you've had a chance to do is sleep sitting up. And when your neck's a little sore from banging, anyhow, sleeping like this is not, it's not comfortable. I was pretty shot. That's about as shot as I've felt like after a bunch of flights.
I can still feel my backpack on my back. And it's not there. Been on there all fucking day. I can feel the strap here, and then the part of the backpack down there.
I felt like I was in a plane right before we got here. Like the van was bouncing a little bit somewhere, and I thought we were landing on a plane.
As long as there's a good crowd, which there will be, that'll give us the energy we need. This whole crazy trip, it sucks. It was draining, but we're here. We just gotta fight through it.
I don't want anyone out there to think for 1 second that I'm tired or sick or anything, even if that's the case.
I know for a fact we've all been fucking deathly sick on stage and just fucking fought through it.
And most of the time the adrenaline just takes over and does it for you. We were tired coming here, but I felt great once I started playing.
That was one of the most ridiculous sets I've seen you guys play.
It was definitely better than yesterday, for sure.
I loved it, and the crowd was the best so far, like biggest pit.
It was pretty raging from what I've seen, like the dust clouds that rise up. That's usually a good indication of a lot of movement going on.
People in Finland really slammed. There was a huge wall of death at the beginning of Hammer, and then a massive circle for pretty much the whole song.
We got to see Wasp play, Megadeth play, a lot of great bands played.
I looked over by Rob, and there was Dave Mustaine standing over there, and that kind of made me kind of fuck up a part. We won't talk about that. I butchered that.
Did you?
Did make yourself kidding me?
I couldn't tell.
The second riff we went in, I just totally fucking forgot where the fuck it was.
I thought something happened.
If I wrote the fucking song, I'm allowed to rewrite it. Anytime I want.
I thought you broke a string or something.
That's what I made it sound like.
Yeah, I thought you broke.
I just turned on my guitar and went.
I thought you broke a string.
Then I came back in when I knew where I was.
It was on.
Don't let that crap beat you up, though, man. You gotta shake it off. No, you gotta shake it off. I believe you. I go there too, man. It drives me nuts. Man, those kids dug it. I didn't see anybody walk out.
Well, I think it's time for a well-deserved beer.
He's been waiting. He's been waiting.
Too much metal for one hand. Too much metal for one.
Sorry we didn't play Pounded Into Dust.
Well, you know
it was
what?
supposed to be on the list.
But you played I Will Kill You, so that's all right. Okay. Makes up for it.
We are on our way to Slovenia for the Metal Camp Festival. I believe we would probably fly into Ljubljana, a very beautiful city.
Well, it's been a few years, I think, since we've been there. I've never seen it like this, though. This is different. It's epic.
Yeah, we should make a coffee table book, photos taken from the back of a van on the way to the venue or hotel or airport, because that's when we get to see stuff. It's the only chance we got.
The ride there, it seemed like it was up in the hills and the mountains, and you were just like,
Where are we going? You know, I mean, we're just traversing these mountainsides.
I was just thinking, man, if something happens, if there's werewolves here or there's zombies here, what if you just start to see a bunch of fucking people creeping from the edge of the woods, you know? And all of a sudden they're furry, they got fangs, and they start fucking growling at you, or what, you know? I mean, what if they just start fucking zombie into... You're fucked.
You see any Bigfoots around here? You know what I'm talking about? The hairy guys, like monsters. Hairy guys.
You're telling me no one has ever reported seeing anything like that around here? This is the climate. I'm gonna research this. It looked like out of a horror movie, you know what I mean? It really did. I love that kind of feel.
And we had an amazing small hotel, looked like a castle.
Miles from anything.
Next to the river with cornfields.
It's a destination hotel for like trout fishermen.
It's like real wide, but it's shallow. It's kind of interesting.
It was us and Nevermore in that hotel.
Seeing members from a band that I used to play with, hanging out with those guys, it was awesome. Totally awesome hanging out with those guys.
Fucking Cannibal Corpse, Nevermore. Never see this shit every day, right?
And we know their crew too, Holger and Arnie. Those guys have worked for us on different occasions before, so it was just a really good hang.
Look at this motherfucker eating his chips.
Man, I'm hungry, you know? And you play a show in Slovenia with Nevermore, you know?
I just offered him 10 euros for them.
Oh, damn. Oh, man, you know.
What's that what they're called?
Riffles? I guess they are riffles. Riffle chips.
These chips
Ripping.
You eat them and you can write a fucking
You can write a whole album. Opus, exactly.
Well, I'm gonna play better after this chip.
Lots of cool bands to play with, 6 Feet Under, Nevermore.
And it's kind of weird that 6 Feet Under, Nevermore, and Cannibal Corpse playing the same festival. I never ever would have thought that would have ever happened. That was just crazy.
That's just fucking. How are you, dude?
Chris I had not seen probably since 2004. We've been in touch just a little bit through email or whatever, but this was the first time I actually got to say hi to him in person, and yeah, like something like 6 years.
Yeah, it was only a momentary thing backstage after they were done playing.
We were going on in about 10 minutes, and then Chris came to the stage, and I know they were leaving to go to the airport, but yeah, we saw him for that brief moment before we went on stage.
It was really good to see those guys.
This guy's not the fucking 6 Feet Under.
The view from the stage was insane. When you went behind the drunken riser and looked towards the crowd in the front of house, you could see all the mountains in the back, and then this side was just wow.
The sun was setting, like as we played, kind of just behind the mountains. It's like, wow.
Metal Camp is like the most important festival for this Balkan area.
And that's a lot different than when we played, you know, before, where we played, you know, clubs.
When we started to do the first Cannibal shows in Slovenia, Croatia, and Serbia in about '94, this was complete underground level, you know what I mean? And it took us like years and years that we developed the scene to the level where we are right now.
The first handful of times that we ever played there, it was like this really, really small club. And it reminded me of like the Road Warrior movie, kind of like you go into this like compound sort of structure, and there's people like playing with fire and like doing all this crazy shit, and it was definitely a lawless kind of vibe going on.
Before, in 90s, you know, Cannibal was the band who was playing really shitty venues. But the thing was that we didn't have a good venue in Yugoslavia.
When we first went to some of the Eastern countries, the Eastern European countries, we were one of the first bands of the death metal genre that had been over there.
We actually played Czechoslovakia.
When it was still Czechoslovakia, not Czech Republic.
And they dared to come to everywhere, you know, Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, fucking Albania, you know, you would just call Cannibal Corpse and they would come. Maybe to play only for fucking 100 diehard fans, you know.
Definitely getting into some of these countries was a lot crazier, you know, and you see the change over the years.
It literally took them maybe 1 day or 10 hours, 15 hours on the border.
All other bands would say, hey, fuck it, let's go back, you know, we don't want to suffer at this border anymore. There's like 10 policemen coming to your bus, you know, with
all the Uzi guns,
yeah.
and, you know.
And this is not too easy, you know.
But I'm glad things have changed in the way of going into these countries nowadays. It really isn't that difficult.
We dealt with really shitty venues, shitty PA systems, and media that just wouldn't care, you know, for metal.
And no understanding also maybe from the countryside, you know, or for the politics side and stuff like this. So it was for sure a hard journey.
We've been touring on and off pretty steadily for 19 years, and there's still a few places we haven't been to yet, and we're doing our best to go everywhere that there are fans of death metal and fans of Cannibal Corpse. You know, we want to go everywhere we can.
Cannibal should play every country in the world, every club and every stage.
We had a day off to get to Israel. Drove from Slovenia to Italy, flew from Italy to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Tel Aviv.
The computer problems in Frankfurt caused us big troubles with the luggage. Our last information is there is no luggage loaded for passengers on this flight.
So our Boeing 747 packed with 300 people flew alone with no baggage on the plane whatsoever.
When we go to Europe and pretty much anywhere else in the world besides doing a North American tour where we have our own bus, it's pretty much impossible for us to bring all our gear.
That'd be so expensive to do that, to haul all that shit around.
So we just pretty much travel with the needed things like the guitars, of course.
Some pedals, some cables.
I'd bring my snare drum and pedals and sticks and cymbals and all that kind of a thing.
All of our check-in bags and all of our guitars are not here yet. We're here, but they're not.
No guitars, not even drumsticks or guitar picks, nothing.
People had to go out and buy clothing for the show, had to buy extra toiletries and whatnot to get us through the day.
I had to have a friend bring me a pair of pants so I could wear pants on stage, which was very nice. Thanks, Sven, from Aborted.
Well, everything's in business now.
It's starting to come together.
Yeah.
With a whole day of stress. Literally.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of anxiety, whether the show is going to be able to get pulled off or not.
We're improvising with borrowed instruments.
Fortunately, somebody's been able to loan me a really killer Spectre bass, which is, you know, I play Spectre and Modulus, so this is something, it's just like playing my own bass, really. It's the same size, so I'm set. I'm really happy. Paul's in a worse situation because he's got a different drum kit. He doesn't have his seat that he's used to.
He's a very mental drummer, so obviously there's a few things that are different, and just try and compensate and overcome those.
Pat, too, he's going to be playing a 7-string instead of a 6 tonight.
I have a 7-string, but I don't really play it that much, and I'm thinking I might be more comfortable with this one.
Pat got to play a Dean Flying V, which was pretty cool.
It has stock pickups in it, which I'm not used to, which I like. I prefer MGs, of course. The bridge is different. I prefer Floyd Rose's.
Luckily, they got a Dean Cadillac, like the ones that I use.
When these volumes are up all the way, there's distortion no matter what you do. That's what I don't know why it's like that exactly. So I'd like them down here, so it's pretty cool.
No?
I'd rather get distortion from the amp than from the pickups.
It won't be perfect. Not that it ever is.
It's going to be basically just go up and wing it.
It's going to be a roll of the dice. 2. We got a 2. Give me 2. It's close to 1. As close to 1 as you can get, unless you're 0, which you don't want to be 0. We'll be number 2.
It's amazing that we got all the gear.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. We could have canceled the show.
It's just ridiculous that it has to come to this when we spend all this money for checking in the bags, which was a ridiculous amount of money.
Make the best out of it. Only thing we can do. The kids here in Israel, they deserve it.
A lot of bands would just say fuck it. They would just cancel.
I'm proud of Pete and Roger. Both guys are amazing. They know what to do. They set everything up. They're the heroes of the day.
It wasn't me, it was Lior and Maya. Thumbs up to our hosts here in Tel Aviv.
Should work, should work.
Look at this, we can do a show. Love the backdrop. Who the fuck put that up there?
Well, there wasn't much discussion. I made an executive decision and felt that it would be fitting for the show and kind of the vibe of the day to just improvise a banner for the show. And I think it looks great. I couldn't find a red marker, so I had to do blue. It's not very evil, but what can I do? So, there it is.
It took us long enough, but we finally fucking made it here.
Doing a show without our own equipment, it's definitely stressful because you never know if something's going to go wrong with something that you're using. But the show went off without a hitch and we had a good time.
As Pat O'Brien put it when we asked him after the show how he felt about it, playing on all the rented and borrowed gear, he's like, well, fuck it. He's like, I played worse on my own gear.
Under the circumstance of all the luggage mishaps and all that, it's been amazing. And that's just secondary, you know, when you can pull off a show and the fans were as great as they were, nothing else matters.
The Israeli crowd is sick. It's the sickest crowd, I think, in the world.
Bodies are flying. People could touch my shoe if they wanted to while I'm playing. That's how close they are. People are moving the monitor around because they're holding on to it. Roger had to keep coming up and pushing the monitor and putting it back where it belonged.
They give a lot of feedback to the band. They're always energetic, always giving, always just give 100%.
I was actually, I don't want to say touched, but I guess I just did. To me, it meant a lot because it said that people care about the people in the band as well as the band itself. I mean, how many people can say they had a birthday in Israel, number one, let alone 40's, you know, like a big one. That's it. All right, starting to get there, you know, halfway to fucking the grave.
1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Yom Holedet Sameach. Yom Holedet Klopf Grande. Happy birthday, dear Homo. Happy birthday to you.
You're doing a pit. Why, thank you. One shot. Thank you.
I'm gonna burn.
Yeah, we'll call the fire department.
That lets you know how much this music means to people, and the people that make the music mean to people. And I hope people understand how much they mean to us, because they do. They mean, you know, we're not here if it's not for them.
We've had a fucking great time here, and I guarantee we will return.
Here we are. It's a little block. This sign's in the way of our advertising. So you got to go low. There it is.
We played with Horrorcore and Evisceration, both great bands from Israel. Evisceration, their singer showed us around the next day and took us to Jaffa, which is a neighborhood in Tel Aviv, the old neighborhood.
I never thought I'd ever have any reason ever to go to Israel, ever.
We're really here. You know, we're really in Tel Aviv, walking through Jaffa.
I need to be a tourist. I hate tourists.
You guys hungry?
But I'm one of them.
It helps when you got somebody from the local area to show you around. That's very helpful. So we really are grateful to Shahaf.
He showed us all these cool places. It's just incredible to see all these old buildings.
Checking out the architecture. It's not like anything you'd find in America. No way. You know, I mean, it's really quite different.
This is the beginning of the flea market.
Okay.
This is the really old city.
We went to this flea market, which was a little weird. Half a bottle of mouthwash. Look at this. That's efficient. That's a printer and the computer all in once. That's the computer and that's the printer. Pete, what about working efficient now? Go for computer including printer.
Absolutely.
Just forget about all this crap. No power, just take this one and you'll do good. I don't know what to say, it's just amazing. I'm impressed.
They had us a bunch of weird old stuff in there. I remember checking out this weird light bulb. It's neat. I wish I would have bought that light bulb.
Where we came from, actually, you can go inside it like tunnels with stores in it.
Okay. I just want to jump in that water. It looks awesome. It was so much fun to check things out. I wish we could have done that every day on this tour because we've been to so many interesting places for the first time, like Malta or Turkey. And then also that metal camp. Could have stayed there all week. At least we got some time here.
About an hour before we departed the airport on Sunday to leave Tel Aviv to go to the next show, all of our bags showed up at the hotel.
Hi.
love geography and classes that all the history, geography kind of stuff, which got lumped into social studies. All that stuff I loved when I was a kid. That was my favorite class in school. And I'd always look at the maps, and I wanted to maybe someday go to another continent. And now we've been to like 5 of them. Australia, North America, South America, Europe, Asia. I never thought we'd get to go to all these.
Okay, where's Europe?
We started by my pinky.
In Belgium.
And then we went to Milan in North Italy. And we went to Malta, that little speck underneath of Sicily.
Then we flew to Moscow. Then we took the train all the way to St. Petersburg, this way.
Yeah.
Then we flew to Istanbul.
Istanbul, yeah, right there.
Then we flew to Leipzig, which is here, Germany, Joe. Then we flew to
Helsinki, yes.
Which is right there.
Then we flew to Tel Aviv.
No, we didn't flew to Tel Aviv. We did Slovenia in between.
Oh yes, we went to Slovenia.
So this is right here somewhere.
Just above Venice?
Well, let's say here somewhere, because that's still Yugoslavia, but
yeah,
it's not right.
An old map.
And then we flew to Tel Aviv.
Here.
Down there. Somewhere here.
Yeah, right there.
And now we are in Sweden.
Gavle.
Yeah,
here.
Right there.
We came here and played the Getaway Festival, and it's another great festival. This is a pretty new festival. I hadn't heard of it before. I think it might be the first year that they did it.
We just got done finishing the last show and up here in Sweden. Yeah, I think we're all pretty tired and we're pretty beat.
Here we are, leaving Sweden and this Euro run that we just accomplished.
We're going to catch a plane from Stockholm to Frankfurt to Philadelphia to Tampa, and we're going to promptly fall over and go to sleep as soon as we walk through the front doors of our houses.
Actually, when I turn the key to my house, walk in, put my bags down, shit in my own toilet, shower my own shower.
To be able to just sleep in a bed for more than 3 or 4 hours.
Sit on the couch and watch my TV and do nothing for a couple of days. Yes.
Just back to normal, get some sleep, I guess, and just hit back to everyday life at home.
What's worth to do all this shitty traveling, going to the airport at 2 in the night and sleeping basically in the plane, sitting upright?
But to know that someone waited their entire life to see the show, it's like, wow, it's quite an honor.
Fucking Bruno. It's the sound of death. It took for them 20 years to come here. I'm glad they finally did, and it's been worth the wait.
I've been fucking standing for 12 hours here to see Cannibal Corpse, my favorite fucking band.
I never saw Cannibal Corpse, but tonight I saw them the first time in my life. I'm happy!
It's quite difficult for bands to come here, but that they did actually come, it's made my year, really.
It's out of this world. I still can't believe it.
It means a lot to me. It's simply awesome. I love it. It's a feeling that can't be described.
These guys got me into extreme metal, so it means so much. It's like seeing the thing that raised you come and visit you. It's more than unreal. It's I can't put words into it. It's just, you know, boom, boom, boom.
Can't wait to see him on the stage 5.
Just can't believe it.
I've been wanting to see them since I was like 15 years old.
I've been a fan of Cannibal Corpse for as long as I can remember metal in my life, so it's been 20 years now.
I've seen Cannibal Corpse 0 times, but I dreamt about it.
It's like a dream come true, you know?
Cannibal Corpse is a fucking dream to see here in Israel.
It's really special to be seeing them here in Istanbul for the first time.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Yeah. We met a lot of cool people.
Met so much different people and heard so much different stories from them, and all of them were so happy.
I'm one lucky bastard. You see, I'm still shaking. I'm so Cannibal Corpse. Look at my hands. This is my hands.
It was the greatest show in my life.
It was awesome in Tuska.
It destroyed our minds.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Mind-blowing.
Fucking great, man. Fucking great.
It's the best death metal band in the world.
What a fucking show they played, man.
Love you guys.
Well, he's seen us like 43. He's seen us everywhere.
43 times.
in 20 countries. Holland, Germany, Poland, Serbia, 2 times in Iceland, Denmark, Finland, Norway, Austria, Czechia, Sweden, Malta, and I traveled to all the countries I can.
Thanks for coming, man. You're the diehard. It's amazing to be able to talk to people from all over the world, and we all have this music in common.
Metal fan is a metal fan, whether it's in the United States, whether it's in Israel, or whether it's in Turkey or Russia, it doesn't matter. Metal is metal. It's universal.
I'm sure it's a cliche or something, but you know, music has no borders.
Это музыка, которая выражает, наши чувства, потому что мы росли в таких условиях.
It's music that express our feelings because we grow in such a condition of aggression.
The lyrics are really nice.
Full of
full of
philosophy.
Yes.
I was totally addicted to translating lyrics, translating texts.
In the internet, you can find not only lyrics, but you can find translate of it.
I read the lyrics and I know I say when I sing it.
Mostly used to singers singing in English, so you kind of get used to that accent.
Say they start following the singer while listening to the music, and then they follow by heart, and then they repeat everything at the shows.
However, when we speak, we don't really sound like them. When we sing, at least when I try to sing, we sound something similar.
It's not only about the lyrics, it's about the rhythms and the talent.
If a lot of people don't know this language, English, it's not matter. The music is still a power. This is an international language, is music.
There are some words we have that you don't have, and vice versa.
There may be words which can't be translated properly, but I think most of them you can translate it to German, and so the Germans, if they can translate it, they know what it's about.
Stripped, раздета, raped, изнасилована, and fucking strangled. Strangland. What is it, strangland? Strangland. Hey people!
We have no translation.
How we can translate the word strangled?
Отъебанная вроде как.
Strippad, våldtagen och strypt.
Soyulmuş, boğazlanmış ve tecavüz edilmiş.
Ausgezogen, vergewaltigt und stranguliert.
Riisuutua, kuristaa, raiskata.
Sljedećem?
In
zadavljen.
מופשטת אנוסה וחנוכה.
Well, it's been probably about the most interesting tour or segment of a part of a tour that I've ever done.
They fly me to places I've never been before. I never thought of going there, so I was pretty stoked about it.
I can't believe this is all happening right now.
Daddy,
We didn't do it today.
we're in Sweden.
We're in Sweden.
We have cheers in every single country we've been in several times, or just to walk over and remember, hey, we're here or there.
Cheers to fucking Malta.
Fucking Malta. We're in Moscow, or we're in Tel Aviv, or Turkey, you know, places we've never been. Even if we have been, it doesn't matter. Quite an honor to do it, and in good company.
You know, we all had our moments where we were about to break down and just tee off on somebody, and no one did. Everybody kept their cool, you know?
We've all known each other long enough to where we understand everybody's behavior and habits, so that's why it's worked this long, because we just know how to accept each other, and that's an important thing to keep a band together this long.
It was just everybody really being troopers and being true professionals about everything, and just knowing that we were going to be tired and what we were up against.
Some grueling nights, but you know what? All the shows were pretty incredible.
Yeah. The things I remember are the crowds. They were awesome. And the bands we got to play with and hang out with. New friends, old friends. It was awesome.
And when you're playing a festival where there's a lot of different types of bands playing, you know, lots of different genres of metal are being represented, you can expect that thousands and thousands of people that would not normally go see you play are going to see you play. And that's a success.
Final tour, have 4 shows left, I think.
My mindset right now is the ability to get back and start working on new material. Go home for a year or whatever, work on some new stuff, and get hungry to go back out and tour again.
Let's put some glasses on that camera.
These glasses, I gotta get a new prescription probably, so to really see well, I have to put my glasses like that. Doesn't that look cool? Do I look really cool like this?
No, you don't want to see how I see. It's all blurry. Or you don't want to see how I can't see when I don't have these on. There's Pat. Is that Pat there? I cannot see. I would love to just smash these and get eye surgery.
You step 10 meters into the airport, you're lost. It's awesome.
Hey, dude, I can't see.
What book you're reading? A stupid book called The Stupid Book.
That's the barf bag. He's using it as a bookmark. Ah, why not?
I hate that. I hate it. Do I have the fuzz all over my face? Frickin'
Fuzzois.
Fuzzois. They call me Fuzz. God, I hate that shit. I'd rather have it on my nutsack than my face. And is it worse now?
You got this one spot right there.
Help me.
There it is. Dude, I could almost pull your, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It get lost in your goatee.
There's so many times I remember getting these towels and I don't know. Go take all these pictures hanging out, and then you come back and you're like, what the fuck? No one says anything to you. You know, you're like, God damn, at least tell me I got fuzz all over my face.
I ripped my fucking hand open bad.
No, you didn't.
What about?
Oh, that's nice. There's something in my boot.
Film it. What's back on his boot?
Some asshole.
Oh, it's one of those fucking...
What is it?
Those flossers right there.
Oh,
a flosser, dude.
That's from fucking Babyface.
Dude, you could have jabbed your foot with that.
Unacceptable.
He's fired.
Fired. Throw that shit in Pat's boot, like yesterday.
No shit.
No, here, dude. I threw it in the trash.
And it went in his boot.
It went in the boot.
Trash can.
We fired you, Doc.
A severe docking.
I'm gonna have to get a second job just to have this job.
I wish I had the remote control. Just mute.
It wouldn't work.
Hit the red button. Switch it on.
It wouldn't work on me, kid.
Whoever this is on this photo, you suck shit for not being here.
That's a dead mosquito right there. I just murdered it.
I'm gonna walk up these stairs? Dude, carry me.
Standing in my spittoon. It's my spit spot. Gotta clean them things off, ladies.
What is it? Fucking piece of mushroom on this and cheese pizza.
Mushroom. What the?
Send that shit back.
Fucking motherfucker.
Now, you see.
Turn the damn thing off. I'm gonna smash that camera.
Take this fucking thing out of here.
Would this DVD be fun if I was just like, yes, I love to be filmed and everything is very good? Or would this DVD be fun if it's like, got that fucking camera out of my face? camera.
Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me?
I'll check out my photography skills.
You see a GoPro, it's a fucking Pete's hat cam.
Is that thing always on?
Edit, chop, don't put that in there.
I hate that you're even filming me already. We haven't even got to the show yet.
I do not care. Film all of it, every bit of it.
This camera's getting invasive when it's following me in the bathroom.
Fuck this camera.
I'm gonna kill that light. I'm gonna just kill it.
I thought that the cops were coming up on us or something.
That fucking light. I hate it. Just take it away. I can see it still.
There could be a killer lurking, coming at me right now, and I can't see a damn thing. I'm looking at a light.
I'll show you how I felt. Now I feel better.
The Cryptic Stage. to see out there a pit of fucking zombies. I know everyone out there has someone in their life that's pissed them off. Pissed them off to the point they want to smash their fucking skull in. Or you want to take their head and stomp it against the fucking curb until they realize what they're doing's wrong. This is for those people pelted into death! If anyone out there knows the backup part in the middle of this next song, I want to hear you all screaming, "Maggots!" for a skull full of maggots. The wretched spawn!
before we play, I like to warm up a little bit if I can. A lot of times there's not a good place to sit around and warm up, so I just don't. I'll just go on stage and play cold. We try to make it so that the first couple songs aren't necessarily the hardest ones to play.
We don't want to jump into like the craziest, most fast song that we got kind of thing right off the bat for everybody.
If we hadn't had a chance to warm up, we're still able to nail those songs because they're not quite as hard as some of the stuff that comes in the middle of the set.
Sometimes Pat will be playing a couple hours before he goes on, just out of boredom, just to play.
This stays in my bunk with me, so that's always here. I sleep with my guitar, literally. It's been my boss guitar for, I don't know. How long would you say, Paul?
I'd say at least 6 years or so.
I usually use it for a spare. When I go, I used to use it for a spare. When I would go like to South America and Europe and stuff like that, but now I've acquired enough BC Rich guitars, but I don't need to take this one out. I just leave this one home now, or just leave it on the bus.
I've never been much of a warm-up guy, like I needed to sit down on a practice kit or anything like that. Maybe I should, you know, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing, but I've never done it. I just like to kind of get the blood flowing, really. I like to stretch out a little bit, you know, get the sticks in my hands, just get a feel for the sticks.
Mirror humper. If you look at it, it's...
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta change. The Jack bottle's got a good sound to it.
Normally brushing teeth before a show, it's not that mandatory, but I was just sleeping for like the past 45 minutes. So no one's gonna smell my breath up there, but I just can't go out in public like that anyway.
I have to think through that, Mike. Not you. Think about it. What if it smells?
They should be brushing the microphone then. Time for a pre-show piss. We got 5 minutes. We're ahead of schedule. You know, I gotta piss. Better to piss now than on the throne or something, but then it would actually probably make for some cool video.
Take one more piss, and then it's time to walk downstairs and play.
I'll opt to use the toilet. I'll be right back.
I gotta let my hair. Better for the spins. Puts more weight on my hair, so the, what's that, centrifugal force or whatever, you know, when you're spinning, it makes it easier. I'm serious, it does.
George farted back there. Get in my jacket, he farts. You know, what else is new?
I'm gonna have to go to work because it stinks so bad on the bus.
Yeah.
You're stinking the fucking place up.
There you are, man.
I taught Pete a fucking lesson there.
I think you're teaching us all a lesson.
Really? Good. What, it came up here?
Dude.
That's even, dude, I'm so happy right now.
My God. That's the price we gotta pay to be in a band. We gotta smell fucking his shit.
Wrong.
No comment.
You know what's gonna be, what's worse? What? That's a small stage up there.
Oh, man.
Dude, I can't control when I'm singing.
Fuck it. It's not right.
As long as he doesn't shit himself.
It's very glamorous out here. It really is. It's fucking caviar and fucking Dom Perignon.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Fucking ass. Dude, that's so fucking real.
Holy crap, dude! The smell already? It's not that bad, is it?
Nothing smells very good here.
Did that go right to the camera? Just like, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the audio at least?
Yes.
If I farted on your head right now,
You
that
asshole.
would be fucking awesome.
Suck. We are a class act.
Yes, we are.
It's really, yeah. It's everything you ever dreamed it would be.
It's crazy. great seeing the different scenery throughout the country or throughout the world, because all the skies are different. A Texas sky might be a lot different than a Florida sky or a New York sky or a Russian sky.
All these different types of places, I guess, different types of terrains. Desert, you got mountainous areas.
The mountains got to be the best, I think. You know, the mountains are just so unpredictable. The jaggedness of it all, I think that's just the most exciting to me.
I kind of like the desert areas. It's kind of cool. Probably get real boring after a while, though.
Pat is exploring the world. Look at him. He's leading the game. He's into it. He's on a mission. He looks like he wants to do adventurous stuff.
I was always going off and disappearing as a kid. The shit that I used to do when I was younger, most parents would be worried sick if their kid disappeared for that long. Went off into the woods and, you know, explored, did all the kind of things we did. Dungeons in here. It's back in here. Just goes underneath the stairs. There could be a body or something back there, you never know. Sometimes you just stumble upon things, you know, you're walking around and you stumble upon things.
Some of these places we've been to so many times, we've already got it all mapped out.
Which we play a lot of the same venues, you know, we know where to go around there.
Pat will go look for army stores all the time, hunting and fishing kind of stores.
I found some really cool stuff going to like different gun shops.
You've seen me like to kill?
Yes. It's another toy.
Everything.
It puts out a mean spark. Well, cool stuff to me. That's a matter of opinion if it's cool or not.
The Guns N' Moses shirt, isn't that killer?
You're in a different country, you know, you feel like you got just some souvenirs because you've never been there before.
I mean, might buy some for my mom, buy some for my in-laws, my daughter, my wife. We'll see what we find.
It's always a cool thing to get little gifts for friends and family. They appreciate it.
My aunt would be so easy to buy shit for. She's got a premium ticket for Jesus when she goes. She'll be right there with Jesus when she There's no one closer to Jesus than my Aunt Pete. I can't buy her every Jesus in the world, though. If I could, I would. Trust me, I spend money on myself if I see something I want. All these Twilight Zone toys are awesome. All right, I'm done spending money today.
As with any tour to a certain extent, but more so with the festivals, it's really like going to summer camp. You know, it's a lot of friends that you haven't seen, haven't toured with in a while.
It's always kind of strange when you see somebody that you haven't seen in like 6 years or something, and it's just kind of like, oh, hey, what's up? Like you see them every day.
Good, yeah.
Play and drink. That's what I'm ready to do. Hey, is it okay if we hang out and watch you guys?
Yeah. Okay. Just get with Nick. Nick's my drum tech stage manager. Get with him if you want to come up.
I try to watch as many of the bands that I could.
That's something that we try to do at most of the shows, is check out the other bands if we have some time to do that.
Who's playing right now?
Exodus. Exodus played right before us. That was cool to check them out.
We're going to have to do this again. We said we're going to tour together. Now we talked to, now we have to.
I'd like to get back here early enough to see Beheaded.
I got to see Watine. Awesome. Got to see Twisted Sister. Awesome. Wasp. Awesome.
We just saw Obituary at Marquee Tent #1. Now we're walking to Marquee Tent 2. Fear Factory's playing there. It's the first time I've seen you with Gene.
Yeah?
So, awesome.
Did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there he is.
What's happening, man? Good to see you, man.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Awesome. Right, dude. Gene can play all metal, pretty much. You know?
He's like the godfather, you know, the thrash and shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, back in the old Dark Angel days.
The original fast double bass guys.
He was the one who taught
Dave
Lombardo. Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. And Lombardo confirmed it. I asked him. Lombardo confirmed it.
He's a machine. He's just perfect all the time. I always enjoy watching Gene Hoglan play drums, no matter what band he's in, pretty much. I've seen him play in a lot of bands, too.
Get that camera out of my face. Yeah. Let's jump real good.
It's been too many fucking years since I've seen these guys. They rock. They fucking rock.
Yes, Yanni Ninema.
Keep
We're here, drinking on the Cannibal bus, drinking a lot of alcohol.
Oh my God, dude, you're getting me a beer? Thanks, man. I gotta drink it now. I wasn't gonna drink today. We just played Slim's in San Francisco. Joe Biafra comes up and says, hey, I'm Joe.
I found some really old Merciful Fate 12-inch EP from '82.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the first thing you ever made or not. It has nuns, have no fun.
I'm like, get the fuck out out of here. Holy shit. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I freak out on this kind of thing.
I can't believe he's at our show. Pretty big honor, actually, to have him here.
Yeah, we came on the bus and hung out.
It was strange seeing somebody like him come out, or the fact that he even knows who we are.
He liked us because we've been pissing off a lot of people that he doesn't like for many years.
I must have a picture.
You need to get 2 corpsicums.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right. Oh yeah.
There you
Here
go.
I am with the showing how conformist I am with the devil horns.
Joe Biafra, I'm this fucking dude in Cannibal Corpse. Cannibal Corpse! Cannibal Corpse!
It's fucking badass being on tour with Cannibal. I saw them first time I ever saw them, was in '92.
It's a big honor, real big honor, you know. It's what every brutal death band ever wishes for, to support for Cannibal Corpse.
For 20 years, I've dreamt about touring with Cannibal Corpse, and it finally come true.
You see it from the fan perspective, and you fucking love it, and you live for it, but then when you get to see it from the inside, you just pray that your heroes aren't dicks, and these dudes are real fucking cool.
You're Mr. Fisher. You're Counselor Fisher.
You guys are first-class gentlemen. They treat scumbags like me great.
I knew it was going to be a good tour as soon as they started quoting Smokey and the Bandit.
I'm going back.
Hey, boy. It's awesome to tour with a band that's been doing it as long as they have and knows how to do it so well. There's a lot to be learned from it, I think.
Don't try to drink more beer than Grinder.
Beer for beer, I don't think it's been done yet.
Don't try to out-headbang Grinder.
No one can out-headbang me. It's impossible. Name one person. Really. I mean, seriously, I know I'm going to come off like an arrogant dickhead. I'm sorry, but for a length of time, no. Speed, no. Along with the music, no.
Don't try to out-Grinder anything with Grinder. Bitch, you will fail.
All right, ready for this? Jam!
When we got invited to do this tour, you know, I had to talk to their tour manager and stuff about merchandise, like how many t-shirts we can bring, all this kind of shit. And they were like, dude, do what Skeleton Witch does, and if you fuck up, we'll tell you. You know, you guys have done this for a while. We're not going to tell you what to do. You do your own thing, and if you do something dumb, we'll tell you. They have a lot of respect for like the bands that are opening for them and treat them well. So that's one thing I've learned from this tour for sure.
I learned that Alex Webster is better at bass than me, and it's weird because I always thought I would be better than him, but he got on stage and he was real good. He was actually real good. I quit.
He's drummer from Cannibal Corpse right here.
This guy right here. I'll do this.
Man, that's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, maybe a little of this.
Just a little.
Every once in a while.
It's clear that they still want to do this and they like this. That's awesome to see after all this time that they still have a good time.
You can still have fun no matter how long you've been doing it, obviously.
You know, they don't all just go their separate ways, play the show, and then not talk to each other. They're always sticking around.
We're getting Chad, the merch guy from Skeleton Witch, a Gargamel shirt, because they may have a running joke with him of calling him Gargamel. Chad looks like Gargamel. We'll go give it to him right now. So you got to follow us so we can go give it to him. Dude, I'm gonna put my ass right in the window. We got an ass window, these guys over here eating. Babyface and Alex. You got your present. All for you from George and I.
Holy shit!
There we go. I think we did good.
I'll get you, Smurfs.
You guys fucking rule.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
You better make the cut, goddammit. I want to buy this DVD and be like, look, it's Gargamel.
The band's going on 22 years. We've been touring for most of that.
A lot of people don't make it past 1 or 2 tours. They get homesick or whatever, and they don't want to do it.
When you're doing it all the time, you know the ins and outs. You know what to expect.
I'm definitely better at touring now than I used to be. I could say that.
As opposed to in the early days when everything is so brand new and you know you're not into routines and you're not sure on how things work fully on being on tours or opening for bands and how all that works.
Just basic stuff like keeping your clean clothes separate from your dirty clothes, that kind of thing.
I have not changed my shorts since the day we left. Nope. And I'm not going to, so fuck you.
When we fly, you know, we don't really have a chance to hang our clothes and dry like we would in a bus, so we gotta leave to go to the airport in about 5.5 hours from now. But in the meantime, I'm going to hang these. These are soaked from top to bottom.
He's still wearing his stage clothes from yesterday, so he didn't even have to change into the stage clothes. He just wakes up and he's ready, see?
I'm the master of disaster.
The hard fact of being out on the road, you get used to it, you know how to handle it kind of a thing, so it becomes more routine, I guess.
We'll look for food, do sound check, do meet and greet, get dinner, sit around on the bus, and then play. And then after we play, we talk to everybody and hang out for a while until it's time to go.
Drink some beers. Next thing you know, it's fucking 12 in the afternoon. You're like, yo, you should be going to bed. Push it a little bit further. Next thing you know, I get up. I haven't rested as much as I should.
He probably will end up drinking almost a case by himself in one night, and then he's not like falling down like I would be if I drank half that much.
I can't even talk. I feel like shit. I feel like fucking dog shit. Like,
hey, you can't go out partying like a fucking young kid anymore, bro.
Dude, even a young kid could not fucking have partied as hard as I did yesterday. It's retarded. It's fucking stupid, to put it nicely.
You can get away with that a little bit more when you're younger, I guess, because you recover more quickly.
We weren't tired at all. It was just like we had all this energy, and you know, nowadays it's kind of like, whoa, man, you got to get your rest and everything.
You get older, you need to make sure you get some sleep so you can perform the best you can.
You just have to make sure that you're ready to play every night, otherwise you're not giving the fans 100%.
The best thing you can do is to not lose sight of where you come from. Don't lose sight of the fact that you were in the crowd. You were buying records in a record store. You were no better than anybody else. Always give back to the people who put you where you're at.
You have to have fun out there. You have to be positive, because you can easily go in the other directions, having a family and a daughter and all that. It's tougher to get excited to be leaving, I guess. But once you're out there and you know why you're here to play shows, you're here for the fans, and everything else in between is just things you got to deal with.
All these people think this is so fucking easy. They just think it's, you know, just this big fucking party, and it's like, you can make it that way. You can, you know, you can party every night if you want.
Party, seems like a slumber party.
Doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy in any way. You're still away from home. You're still away from all the conveniences you have, and that's not even adding the equation of children, you know, who you miss and who miss you.
Sesame Street's coming to your school. You're going to see Elmo and Big Bird, maybe. And maybe Grover.
My daughters think I work at the airport. That's what they think. Yeah, if they drop me off at the airport, they think I'm staying there with the planes.
I'm going to come home next week. In 1 week, I'll be home. In 1 week.
Nobody understands that. They don't want to understand it, you know. They don't want to know. I don't want them to know because it hurts. I don't want anybody feeling this kind of pain. I mean, I cannot like pain like, you know, getting punched in the head, but I could tell you I'd rather somebody hit me in the head 10 times than you know, like if I call it every day. That's why I don't call every day, because it would just be too much.
It's hard, but obviously with technology of today, with the internet, and Skype and cell phones and things like that, it makes it a little easier to stay in contact. Still hard, obviously, you know.
The pathogens of devil's design. The dark side of science breeds a weapon of war. Contagious killing and eternal distress. Homicide or suicide will be the cause of death. Internal organs altered by the disease. Your brain disabled by the constant pain. Erratic actions lead my thoughts to the blade. I've lost control, I've lost control. Beg for your life, you won't escape the night. Your fate was sealed today. Disease is spread, you pray for death. Evisceration plague. Stabbing compulsion overwhelms my mind. Terrorized screaming flows the thrust of my night. I raise the blade from the chest to the crotch. Organs and entrails fall to the ground. Beg for your life, you won't escape the night. Your fate will seal today. Disease is spread, you pray for death. Evisceration plague. Driven to kill, this is not my will. I am compelled to slay. Invisible foe takes control. Evisceration plague. Unable to receive no invisible effect. Fear and disease causing outbreaks of violence. They tear themselves apart, over covers the ground. Vision torn forcefully from the abdomen. Intestines from the blood cannot escape my grip. Surgical incisions give way to present carnage. Delirium is taken hold, this abdomen is complete. Horror grips my mind, my angels are in my hands. My angels are in my hands, my angels are in my hands. Plague leads to death. Plague leads to death. Plague leads to death. Plague leads to death. Disease will spread and cover the world. Mass insanity, the end of our time. Scavengers will eat the remains of man. Our extinction was by our design. Beg for your life, you won't escape the night. Your fate was sealed today. Disease is spread, you pray for death. Evisceration plague. Driven to kill, this is not my will. I am compelled to slay. Invisible foe takes control. Evisceration plague.
Man, I got shit. That's all I'm talking about.
I gotta shit.
First you go shit, then you gonna kill us. Well, make up your mind, dude. You gonna shit or is you gonna kill us?
I've never eaten here before, just used the toilet.
Sorry. You don't think about it, but it's like someone's got to take a shit between now and the time that we play. They're going to have to figure some shit out, and that's going to take some ingenuity.
Well, if you see the toilet in the club, then you understand.
You don't really want to be in there with a bunch of people that like your band standing around washing their hands, pissing, smoking a joint. They're all standing around doing that, and you're in there stinking the place up. You don't want that.
I want you to film me taking a shit. That will make the whole thing complete.
Have you seen the toilets here? Need strong leg muscles for that. Wouldn't bring the paper to read for this one.
I thought they were awesome. I was thinking about, I'm thinking about like maybe one day getting a house. And I was planning on maybe ripping out the normal commodes and putting one of those in.
There's got to be a way that this works for people and it's comfortable for them.
George is the master of that technical thing.
I remember right before we played, I had the shit, and it was, there were holes in the ground. And it wasn't solid shit, it was splatteria.
About here, or you're way down here? I mean, what are you doing?
I did this whole thing and just somehow got my ass hovered over it where my legs were not even close and fucking just let it rip.
I don't want to insult the culture of standing and shitting, but it seems like there's been a better way for many years, and that's sitting down.
Oh. I do it. I sat down there. Kick it with your fucking foot. It ain't hard. You wiped your ass, didn't you? We'll try to flush. Let's see. Bro, I'm gonna write down. If I caught somebody coming out of the bathroom and left a turd in there, I'll put their fucking head in the toilet. Do you like that? Do you like that? Well, I don't like it either. The rules of the land, man. When you have a backstage shitter that works, what you think we do if somebody was in it? You gotta take care of it. Yeah. And you should take care of the regular shitters, especially the ladies' room. It always goes in clean. Bye. You good with that? Check.
We need to make some kind of thing on nicknames, you know, the evolution of nicknames.
It just evolves and keeps going.
My nickname at school was Fish, and then when I was going to shows and stuff, people called me Slayer George because I had Slayer on my jacket. You saw it. That was my nickname, and then Corpse Grinder, which is the current nickname, or Lemmy. Lemon.
How'd you get Lemmy?
Oh, well, look at him.
What happened? You ever buy a car and you thought it was going to be awesome? You ever get a new singer and
you thought it was cool and awesome, and he turns out to be a fucking lemon? Well, there you go.
It's George's birthday, so we thought we'd make him a little gift.
Birthday lemon.
I do dumb stuff. Hey, you know what? Somebody has to, and I'm the one to do it. So they'll say you do lemonic things, and then that just got bastardized, lemonic, Lemmy. So our drummer, who was just here, Paul, he'll call me up at home and say, hey, Lem, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's not, like, I call him Buzz. His nickname's Buzz, and that's got a whole history to it, and it's trickles down from other nicknames.
Buzz, derived from my last name. My last name being Mazurkowitz, kind of, I guess, depending how you pronounce it, Mazurkowitz, Buzz Zurkowitz, you know. It actually, I think it derived from Berserks, actually. They were, a couple of guys were calling me Berserks.
I don't even know what they're calling me now. Like, I think it's just back to Rob.
Creeper, I guess, was a name for Rob there for a little bit, you know. Saying people were calling him that, but overall, I think nowadays he doesn't seem to have a nickname that is stuck.
Alex is pretty much just Alex. I think Rob's pretty much Rob.
Hey, Ricky, you're on camera. What do you have to say?
Not a fucking thing.
I don't know where the hell it was at, but some kid, it was kind of a smart-ass kid, he comes up to me and Pat as we're walking through the hallway to the backstage after sound check, and he'd already talked to me and Alex, so he wanted to talk to Pat, but he said, hey, you know, hey, George, you know, hey, this is your new guitar player. I was like, yeah. He goes, your name's Ricky, right? And I was like, I started just want to laugh, so I ran to the backstage. I was like, dude, you guys, Pat goes, they call him Ricky because this kid just called him Ricky. And there you go.
It's really stupid, but it's kind of funny.
Ricky just one day was drunk or something, was like, it's Icky Ricky. When I'm drunk, it's Icky Ricky.
What are you filming, though? This ain't going on. This thing.
Oh, this is for our own use.
This is for our own personal deal.
This is for our own use.
It's going to be a Icky Ricky special.
It's going to be bonus section on the DVD.
You want to have a dance party right now?
Yeah.
Dolphin and the flounder.
Sitting around all the time and being kind of delirious because you're not well rested or whatever, and you're laughing at shit that's not that funny. That happens so much on tour.
We're not going to keep this thing going. This isn't going to be some new joke. There's enough jokes on me already.
Some kid, I guess. What the kid write in?
He goes, oh, I had a great time at the Cannibal show in Raleigh or whatever, you know, or Jack's or one of the shows early in the tour. He goes, fun fact, Corpse Grinder has really soft hands. It was all over from there. Oh my God, really soft.
Ammo was flying.
So, Palmolive. My name's Madge.
Well, no, Madge is so.
Oh, Madge is. Oh yeah, there's Madge. Who's this? I got some big tits. I got some rockin' memories.
It makes no sense.
I just like the pictures because it's it's my passport picture. I don't have soft hands.
Killing time, we're always coming up with, I wouldn't call it code lingo, but it's definitely just terms that only we understand because we were the only ones there when we made it up. And then we get looked at like aliens when we're saying this stuff.
Go whiz, ass wipe.
I'm going to dick cheese.
Okay, punch slap.
Okay, ball and joy.
taking a piss, taking a whiz.
Whiz.
A little less vulgar than piss, whatever. But then whiz, wizard.
The wizard.
And then there's no toilet backstage, but there's a sink. Sink wizard.
That was a big one, the sink wizard.
Fortunately, the sink dump never took off. That didn't catch on.
The difference between funnel and skyrocket, this beer was piss warm. That's a funnel. I'm gonna get a new one. It's gonna be ice cold. That's a skyrocket.
When my clothes were missing in Israel, that was a massive funnel for me, you know? And then when everybody else got their stuff before me, that was a skyrocket.
Chris made up the funnel. That's him, man. I gotta give him credit for it.
We did it so much.
We did it a
back
lot.
in the early 90s.
This one tour we did, it wasn't really, there were a lot of shows that didn't have a great vibe. I think we'd kind of over-toured for the Bleeding album. It was like the last tour for the Bleeding album. And he was like, dude, I just don't know, man. He's like, I don't feel a skyrocket vibe, man. He's like, it's funnel. Immolation started using it too, and they came up with some cool things. They had the skyrocket that you say, oh, you think it's gonna be awesome? Oh. It's a funnel.
Funnel.
We apply it to many different scenarios.
You get a empty row on the plane and you can lie out, you know, with nobody near you. It's a rocket.
The ultimate rocket row is when it's a really big plane and there's like 4 or 5 seats in the middle, in the big middle column of seats, and nobody's in them.
But if you get a rocket row, you're set, man. You got 3 chairs, just you.
I don't think they'll allow me to utilize the rocket pre-takeoff.
Everybody else is suffering in the middle.
Wait a minute, that 3 times this is supposed to be the aisle, but I'm you know, replay is nice and hot.
And you're in a rocket row. And we say it all the time, like, dude, that might be a rocket row. Check that out. Usually that dream fades. But every once in a while, you get a rocket row.
On this tour, we got 3 days off out of the 20-some shows. We've had 2 days off so far. One was somewhere by Woodstock, New York, and then we had a day off in Elko, Nevada.
Guess what I'm gonna do today, babyface? Not a goddamn thing.
The plan is not to have a plan.
Shit. Sit there. Yeah.
Crack a beer, bitch.
I should start drinking right now.
Right where we are, there's nothing. So today was laundry day, and then lift weights or do whatever. Pick a good angle. Attempt to make me look strong here. It won't be easy. Probably watch some DVDs on the bus. It's pretty much it. Just a day to relax and unwind, have a good meal. In a few minutes, I'm going to go over and catch up with the other guys and maybe get a steak.
So it's very romantic. We just need a candle there. The moment.
If we're lucky, we'll get a good steak dinner by the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's
well, it feels good for a steak dinner or a skillet dinner at a casino, too.
Well, we're stopping at a place called Fort Stockton, Texas, the day after tomorrow.
Fort Stockton, Texas, here for the day off. See, there is a lot going on in this town. Major metropolis. But no, it's good. It's a day without rain. So that's good, and it's a day off. We've been out for a couple weeks, and it's good to have a mellow day. Really not doing much at all.
We went down to Walmart. We got a ride from the hotel manager. She's the nicest, Julie. She took us down to Walmart. We did a little shopping. While we were shopping, I met a fan of the band.
I saw Alex at Walmart. I recognized him.
You know, because we're not playing Fort Stockton. Fort Stockton's not a big city.
And as a band, you wish you could play everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like it'd be great to play here. I'm sure, you know, it'd be killer, you know. I mean, the people that would be here would be like, yeah, you know, I mean, tear it up in front of, you know, a place you never, you would expect to play, or, you know, people would never expect you to be in their town. And we've done those over the years, and we know how special it is to the fans, you know.
Yeah.
And it's always a cool thing for us, you know.
It's totally unexpected for these guys to run into a band that they like at the Walmart.
Daniel called me, and I was just at home, and then we called him, and we all gathered. Yeah.
Now word's getting around, you know, because I don't think this happens too often. It'd be like some death metal band just stops in Fort Stockton and hangs out for a day, so they seem pretty pumped about it.
I was like, Cannibal Corpse can't be in this town. I was like, I don't know if I should ask him. And then like at the last minute, I was like, you know what? I'll ask him. And I went up there and just asked him. Like, holy crap, dude.
And if I'd met, like, you know, Tom Araya or somebody at the supermarket when I was a teenager, I don't know if I would have even been able to speak. I might have passed out or something, you know, like, I don't think I could have handled it. So you know, if they feel that way about our band, like how I felt about my favorite bands at that age, then they're handling it very well.
It's awesome. It's badass.
awesome. Like, I look up to them. It's
a
the
rarity.
best thing that's ever happened to this town in a long ass time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not joking. I'm serious. It's a good accomplishment.
That's cool. It's good. You know, it's going to be fun because, man, there's nothing to do here today, so having a few people around to hang out with will actually be pretty cool.
I looked up to, you know, Slayer and Creator and Destruction and bands like that, and I wanted to do that. You know, I wanted to do that, and luckily now I'm doing it. But that doesn't mean I stopped caring about the music. You know, I still listen to bands now. I still listen to bands from back in those days. Act like you know me, think about it, but you don't understand. And to be tortured till you're insane. Even though they know how much you lost it, really missing weirdness in them. And it's alright if I should die tonight. I mean, look, we're fans too. I mean, let's put it honestly. We're not like, you know, I hate when people go, oh, I'll be a fan. And, well, dude, what makes the music world go round? It's not just the bands. We're all in this together. Fan, I hate that word. I really hate it. At least from my perspective, because trust me, you know, before we went to the steak place, we were listening to Dark Angel in the bus. You know, we're listening to music in the bus. We're listening to metal in the bus before we left. So we're fans. You know, I mean, we just happen to be in a band, and we're lucky that, you know, people, you know, like what we do. I mean, you know, that's the bottom line.
At least 3 times a week I can wake up in the morning to use the bathroom and he's still up listening to his iPod, and he is a musical library. And when he says he's a fan, I know people that say they're a fan of music, and I've never met anyone that goes the distance to listen to all his favorite bands all night. Like, he'll stay up all night to make sure he listens to all the albums he wants to.
Tonight, it's time to go. Watain, Cancer Slug all night long. That's it. Only those two.
Arguing with myself, I know that I should be getting my ass somewhere else. Got my innocence, I'm gonna fuck you with it, and I won't stop until I'm free. You get two arms to share. When we toured the Misfits, I was slamming in the pit. Mosh pit, here we go. I'm fucking ready, dude. Let's put the fucking get started. There you go. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Actually, just need to get by and sit down.
I was doing surfing and shit, and I'd be like, Jay, you see me go? There's all the styles, man. Why would they want to hop on board?
Picking up change, starting the lawnmower.
Dude, I love that one, man. That's the best one. Pile your fucking ass. That's so fucking. That's the left defense. Dude, that's right there. Those are some awesome moves, man.
You know, pat sign the head, so I'm gonna throw it at you. Hop on stage tonight. See if I can hit somebody in the face. No, would never do that. Would never do that. Instead of throwing out a pair of sticks, we brought a signed drum head.
Last tour, they threw out a drum head, which happened to hit me in the face at the end of the set. And a bunch of guys were fighting over it. So I said, okay, stop fighting over it, just give it to me. And I yanked it down, and I took home a signed Cannibal Corpse drum head. This tour, at the end of the show, they throw out a drum head. Hits me in the face. I'm like, okay, yank it down. Second Cannibal Corpse drum head, 2010.
Right on my wall, dude.
So
that would go up there.
I'm gonna take it home and hang it next to the other one.
No kidding. What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds?
I'm
Tell
gonna
me
go
the odds.
Play the lottery.
There you go. You got to do something. Get the numbers. If somebody catches it clean and they get it, maybe the thing will stay pristine. But I'd say more often than not, that's what happens to that head. It's you know, a fight ensues and a struggle, and before you know it, the thing is just crumbled.
Some guy brought like an action figure, a Cannibal Corpse action figure.
Whoa. No shit.
Which I haven't really seen it. George has it.
This is really cool. I think it's supposed to be from Gore Obsessed, from the guy that's on the ground here, part of the cover, getting ripped up. Obviously without the zombie that's ripping the guy's heart out. That's not in here, but I mean, judging from what this guy's done, I'm pretty damn sure that he could have made the whole damn cover if he wanted to, you know? This is really, like, detailed. That takes a lot of time and effort to do that. But he had a worm-infested one, too, with the girl and all the maggots or whatever and shit around her, but he didn't give that one. Think of all our album covers. I mean, look at, you know, Tomb, you know what I mean? And He was just gore obsessed and butchered at birth. That'd be a really offensive piece. That's already an offensive fucking, thing of artwork. I've gotten a couple like cardboard cutouts, fuck the Alliance, Warcraft stuff.
That's for you, George. Yes!
You're a dick. I give me a fuck the Alliance shirt. So, I get some of that kind of stuff, but mostly it's, Cannibal stuff of this box that was given to us in Denver. I believe this pick is from the box set, so he sacrificed something here. You can feel it's raised up here. It's all right on there. And the bottom looks cool. Oops, turn this way. Got a lot of cool stuff here. And then the inside, man, he really did a fucking job there. It's all the albums. Evisceration, the latest, being the biggest one. That's one of the coolest things somebody's ever given us, really. It's fucking awesome. I'll take it home, or somebody will, or we'll just leave it in the practice space. This girl in Montreal gave me this. She drew it, gave it to us. I mean, obviously this didn't take 2 minutes to draw. It's really, really cool. So it's another thing, I'll take it home, I'll put it in something so it doesn't ever get messed up. I don't know, why is this in here? I don't want to pull this out. I'm an idiot. I gotta put this away, man. It's the original drawing Vince drew for the first comic book. It's not gonna get messed up in here, though. This thing might look like it's in bad shape, but it's in my bag in a spot where nothing messes with it. Nothing can hurt it. I take care of my shit. But I will put these things and stuff when I get home. Because, people take the time to do that. I mean, I've heard of, bands just, getting stuff and then you see them throwing it away, I've never personally seen it, but getting gifts from fans and then just whatever. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh man. One more thing. Someone takes the time out to do that, and you're just gonna treat it like that. Fuck that.